I think when it comes to the question of equality, the way I think of it is equal doesn't mean being the same. It means being of equal value. And while I think it's been really important for women and men in the world to know that women are equal in their value and in the contributions that they can make, and that they certainly are capable of doing anything that men can do. This was the gift of the women's movement. It doesn't mean we're the same. And I think women still unconsciously, I think we still measure ourselves against masculine standards without realizing it. And I think that this has taken a toll on our bodies and our health. You know, I don't know about you, but back in the 60s or 70s, I think when I was growing up, there was a really popular commercial on TV. It really caught on. It was a perfume commercial for something called Angeli. And there was a woman dancing on the commercial, and she says, "I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, and never, never, never let you forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a woman, Angeli." And so there was this implication that if you're a real woman, you can do everything. And, you know, while that may be true, it has put us under an awful lot of pressure to be everything and do everything. And a lot of the women clients that I see are running businesses and raising children and taking care of homes and being expected to sex their husbands. And their husbands are still going to work and coming home and doing what they've always done. And this isn't so much a criticism to men as it is kind of an effect of our evolution. And women have decided, yes, I can work, yes, I can take care of a family, yes, I can take care of a home, and men are still saying, well, yes, I can go to work. And so women are just kind of looking at men going, well, what else? What have you done for me lately? What else have you got? What else have you got to bring to the table? So it's not that men are wrong or bad. It just means that we're just in this evolutionary process. And you know, women are tired because they're trying to do everything. And certainly we don't want to go back to my mother's generation, where her only options were teaching school, being a nurse, or staying at home with kids. No, we don't want to go back to that, certainly. But women are in real need of finding a place where they can relax into their femininity. And when I say femininity, I mean feminine in the bigger sense of the word. I don't just mean being girly and painting your toenails and getting your hair done. That's just a very surface representation of the feminine. I'm not suggesting that women stop working and stop doing all the things that they're doing. But here's what's required for today's woman to do what she does. For a woman to go to work, take care of kids, take care of the home, take care of a business, take care of all of these things, it requires her to engage her core and come up in her body this way and get in focus, this kind of focus. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we think of the masculine and the feminine in the bigger sense of the word, I'm talking about the archetypal, the Jungian sense of the word, the words that when we talk about the masculine, I'll try to act it out for you, that the qualities of the masculine are like this. The masculine is about getting from point A to point B with as much efficiency as possible. I'm at A, I want to get to B, there's my goal, I want to achieve it, I'm going to go after it, and I don't want anything bothering me or in my way that can distract me. If we think about what a man does with his body in sex, this is what he does. Now, the feminine is, if I were to act out the feminine, she's more like this. She opens herself. She, physiologically, a woman opens herself to receive another person in her body. She does something with that experience, and then she opens her body to bring forth new life. The feminine is very circular. It's all about taking in, doing something with, and giving out. It's got this kind of flow to it. And it's very much involved in the lower part of the body. A woman's power lies where her sex organs are. It lies in her butt and in her hips and in her center of gravity in this part of her body. She doesn't have the upper body strength that a man does. And that's not sexist. It's just the way males and females are built differently. So a woman, in order to do work in the world and achieve goals, has to leave this, engage her core, and animate this part of her body, her intellect and the forward lean that, you know, we sometimes call it. And over time, her body goes into this posture as normal, and she forgets this down here. And so what needs to happen to restore balance for a woman is to re-ground herself, feel her feet on the ground, get connected to her body, especially the lower part of her body, and get connected to these softer female parts in her body, relax and relax into those and surrender open as a way to offset this. It's a coming back to this and relaxing and surrendering to. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.